How to keep cats from jumping on the kitchen counter. First of all, if your cat likes food, which many do, you don't want to leave any food open and out on the counter to attract them, because that's just creating a bad habit. So if you do have food, at least keep it covered. Otherwise, your cat's getting a great reinforcement. Every time they jump up on the counter and get something delicious to eat, that's made it a great fun thing for them to do. And even if your cat only gets something once in a while, it actually turns more into playing the lottery for them. And if they're getting a treat once in a while by jumping on the counter, then it makes it even more tantalizing the next time. So again, removing all of those items would be a good place to start. The other thing that you can do is to make the counter an unappealing place to be. So if your cat is jumping up onto the counter, you can use something like Sticky Paws. And Sticky Paws is a product that's actually just a double-sided tape. So if you can't find this, you can buy some double-sided tape and it should work the same way. So this comes in strips, and you peel off a strip, and it has two sides to it. You lay this clear sticky tape down right on the edge of the counter where your cat's going to be hopping up, and then you're actually able to remove the paper part, and it leaves a clear film behind. The great part of this is that your cat's not able to see that there's anything on the counter, so they're likely to try jumping up. And you don't need to scold them in this situation. Just allow them to jump up and feel that their paws get stuck on there. Then instead of thinking that the counter is a wonderful place to be, they'll find it a lot less appealing. Cats don't like to be stuck to things. Again, I would avoid disciplining your cat in these situations, because cats will just think that you're upset and they won't necessarily understand that it has to do with their behavior. The other problem is if they don't do it when you're around because you're disciplining them, when you're not around to discipline your cat, they're still going to get away from it. So again, keep the counters clear, and you can use something that's unappealing to your cat that they can't necessarily see. So even when you remove that tape, your cat still thinks that it's an unhospitable area to be. The other thing to keep in mind is your cat's probably jumping on the counter because it's high up. It's an attractive place to be in the cat world, to be on high vertical surfaces. So one way to keep your cat from jumping up here is to make sure you don't give them any attention or affection when they do. Even talking to them and telling them to get off or removing them physically can be some type of attention. So you want to create other spaces that are comfortable for your cat. These could be window perches, high scratching posts, maybe a shelf that you clear off and make interesting for your cat to be on. But usually they're up in these areas because they want to be in a high space. So if you create high spaces for your cat, they're less likely to seek out the areas where you don't want them to be.